Hello everybody, SirMonkeySuit here, back again with Attack on Titan. We're on episode 16 now. Last couple of episodes we had Eren has been given over to the Survey Corps to essentially go on a mission to retake Wall Maria, and if at any time he can't control his Titan form, then he will be dispatched. He'll be taken care of by Levi. Also, last episode we got some information on the Titans that we haven't had before. You know, relating to like how they sort of operate. They seem to need sunlight, which is where they get their energy from. And there was a lot of like different like little tidbits on them, and then someone ended up just killing the fucking the Titans that they had captured, and we don't know who it is, and I still have no clue as to who it could be. So I don't know. Maybe we'll get some information in the next couple of episodes, but we'll not know until we watch it. So let's get into episode 16. What should be done? Night before the color offensive.
よし次お前だ
42班所属クリスタレンズです
魔物を確認する
Oh, they're trying to. Yeah, I guess they're trying to figure out who did it.
だからって巨人を見る前は俺本気で調査兵団になるつもりだったんだぜけどもう二度と見たくねえ今日所属兵団を決めなきゃいけねえのに
Today's the day they're deciding.
じゃあのやつ本気で
Gene gonna go for Survey Corps? That'd be cool.
こんな地獄だと知ってりゃ兵士なんか選ばなかったなあマルコもうどれがお前の骨だかわからなくなったよ
Oh, their bones. Fucking hell.
兵士になんかならなければ次は誰の番かなんて考えずに済んだのに
怒らずに聞いてほしいんだけどジャンは強い人ではないから弱い人の気持ちがよく理解できる今何をすべきか明確にわかるだろ
今何をすべきか俺は調査兵団になる
お前は憲兵団だもんなやっぱり俺もそっちにした方がいいかな
あんたさ人に死ねって言われたら死ぬの
なんだそりゃ死なねえよ
なら自分に従ったらいいんじゃないの死ぬ理由が理解できたらそうしなきゃいけない時もあると思うよあんた弱いくせに根性あるからねありがとう兄ってさ実は結構優しいよねはだって僕らに調査兵団に入ってほしくないみたいだし私はただ自分が助かりたいだけだよ
I think it's a strange one, you know.
結局
Is it official yet or not?
じゃん本当に調査兵団に
ああ
どうして突然怖くはないのですか
は嫌に決まってんだろ
は
調査兵団
じゃあお前なんで
有能な奴は調査兵団に入るべきだなんて言うつもりもない俺は死に急ぎ野郎とは違う
Oh, is this
俺
it?
はな
Alright.
誰かに説得されて自分の命を懸けてるわけじゃないこればっかりは自分で決めずに務まる仕事じゃねえよ
私は調査兵団団長エルヴィン・スミス所属兵団を選択する本日私が話すのは率直に言えば調査兵団への勧誘だこの戦いで人類はこれまでにないほど勝利へと前進したエレン・イエーガーの存在ださらに我々は彼によって巨人の侵攻を阻止するのみならず巨人の正体にたどり着く術を獲得した
巨人の正体が分かればこの状況も
いくら兵士を集めたいからってそのことまで公にするなんて。それとも何か意図が。
Erwin's interesting as well. Erwin's like,
今期の新兵にも1ヶ月後の壁外調査に参加してもらうが、死亡する確率は3割といったところか。4年後にはほとんどが死ぬだろう。しかしそれを超えた者が生存率の高い優秀な兵士となっていくのだ。自分に聞いてみてくれ。人類のために心臓を捧げることができるのかを。他の兵団の志願者は解散したまえ。
oh, there goes Annie. I think it's completely like.
これ以上自分を嫌いにさせないでくれ。
Come on, Gene, don't back up, man.
ここから動かないとまた。
もう見ちまった。
巨人がどうやって。
人間を食べるのか。
Well, Erwin did it on purpose, you know. I mean, I think he wants the strongest to stay, you know. If you're not strong enough, then there's no point. I think that's what he's trying to do there.
みんないい表情だ。では今ここにいる者を新たな調査兵団として迎え入れる。心臓を捧げよう。
Most of them are there.
みんな
最悪だ。調査兵なんて。
村に帰りたい。
もういいや、どうでも。
泣くくらいならよしとけってんだよ。
Yeah, I didn't expect.
よく恐怖に耐え。
実からの訓練は実戦よりもエルヴィン団長が考案した長距離索敵陣形を頭に叩き込むことが主だった。不思議だったのは緻密な陣形でありながらそこにエレン・イェーガーの配置が示されていないことだった。
Yeah.
随分後ろなんですね。
この布陣の中で最も安全。この壁外遠征が極めて短距離なのもお前を志願しなくに送るための試運転だからだ。
Practice run?
俺にはこの力をどうしたらいいかもまだわからないままなんですが。
お前あの時の団長の質問の意味が分かったか。
敵は何だと思う。
先輩方は分かったんですか。
いいや、この作戦には他の目的があるのかもしれん。だが団長はそれを兵に説明するべきではないと判断した。
おいミカさん、アル
エレン、
ミしばらくぶりに会った気がするぞ。
エレン、何かひどいことはされてない？体を隅々まで調べ尽くされたとか精神的苦痛を受けたとか。
ねえよそんなことは。なんだよみんな揃ってんのか。でもお前らここにいるってことはじゃあ憲兵団に行ったのはジャンと兄とマルコだけ。まさかお前まで。
マルコは死んだ。誰しも劇的に死ねるってわけでもないらしいぜ。どんな最後だったかもわかんねえよ。あいつは誰も見てないところで人知れず死んだ。
That was almost like a fourth wall break. Alright, they're getting their uniforms. Or their capes, I guess. Oh my god. Oh, I like that.
つまりお前は巨人の力の存在を今まで知らなかったし、それを掌握する術も持ち合わせていないと。
ああ、そうだ。
お前ら聞いたかよ。 これが現状らしいぞ。俺たちと人類の命がこいつにかかってる。俺たちはマルコのようにエレンが知らないうちに死ぬんだろうな。のために無償で死ねるわけじゃないんだぜ。知っておくべきだ。俺たちは何のために命を使うのかを。じゃねえといざという時に迷っちまうよ。俺たちはエレンに見返りを求めてる。きっちり値踏みさせてくれよ。自分の命に見合うのかもな。だからエレン、お前本当に頼むぞ。
付近の巨人はあらかた遠ざけた。開門30秒前。
Okay. It's what like Eren used to be like, right?
いよいよだ。進め。57回壁外調査を開始する。
The 57th.
前進せよ。
Bloody hell, I've never seen Erwin so... Alright. Oh yeah, I've literally just remembered that I shouldn't look at the title for next episode, so... I'm glad I remembered that, because honestly I would have I would have just watched, I would have had a look at it. So that's the 57th expedition out. So is this not the practice one then, that they were talking about? Or is this the practice one? I don't know. Yeah, I like that. I like that little bit there, like at the end of Eren seeing, like, you know, the kids so like in awe of the Survey Corps. That's really nice. Because it just goes back to like a time when he was doing the same thing, you know. And you can tell like Eren was he sort of saw that, and I imagine he reminisced a bit, and you know, he was it was a very soft smile, you know, which I think is very rare from Eren. I can't remember, I don't know if there's ever been a time where he's had like a smile like that. It might just be like the fact of like he's looking back at how far he's actually come, and like, you know, just thinking that was me at one point, and look at where I am now, you know. Interesting. I'm really proud of Gene. Like his like turn over to like, you know, I'm wondering just like what it was that what it was that changed it. I don't think it was one thing. I think it was like multiple things, but I'm just wondering what the one thing was that pushed him over the edge, and I think it might it must have been Marco, right? It must have been Marco when he was about that speech of him being like a good leader and whatnot, because he can empathise and things. It must have been something with that, and then obviously the death thing, Marco dying. Speaking of which, I love that. I loved when Eren saw like everyone get their like their capes and whatnot, and like, you know, and he saw Marco there like almost in spirit, which I really like. Which makes me wonder, like, yeah, like Marco probably would have followed Gene into the Survey Corps. But then again, I don't know if Gene would have gone into the Survey Corps had Marco still been alive, you know? I don't know. But, you know, I think that was the point, like, Gene went there. Even if it had to do with Marco's death, Gene went into the Survey Corps, so I think it's the idea that Marco would have followed him. But I like that he was there in spirit, that was nice. Yeah. Annie's like, there's something different about Annie that, like, compared to the rest of them, like, I feel like the rest of the, like, the main group of people, she's sort of like, well, but I mean, the obvious fact is, like, she's so set in her ways that, like, she's just like, no, I'm going to the military police. That's it. Do you know what I mean? Like, even though she seems, like, very capable, like, she's, because she has that, she has that thought of, you know, that people are basically bred, you know, to be soldiers, and basically people are bred to just, you know, go out and die essentially, and she's like, she doesn't want to be a part of that whole thing, right? Yeah. There's something more with Annie, but I like, you know, I don't know if we're going to get like I don't know how long we're going to see her then. Like how long, like when's the next time we'll see her? Because if she's part of the military police, then she's not going to be with the main group. She's the only one out of the main group that's not there, right? And obviously aside from Marco that died. I think the rest of them just kind of joined the survey call, right? Yeah, Erwin's very like, he's very calculative. He's very like, I think he tests people. Like, I think he tests people's resolve, and like, not necessarily in a bad way. I just think he, you know, he tests people to, yeah, I think he's very like, I think he's very trustworthy, but there's something else that, like, you know, apparently he has another mission according to that one guy that he hasn't told anybody about. So I'm trying to think like what that could possibly be. I mean, he seemed very fucking like up a height when he was like at the end of this episode when he was leaving. Like, he seemed very fucking like going crazy, which I haven't seen him like that yet. So I'm wondering if there's maybe something a bit more emotional. But he doesn't strike me as somebody who will get that uptight about emotional stuff. He seems very duty filled, so I don't know. But you know, Jean's words like echoed Erwin's, or like the opposite way around, of like Jean, like, you know, saying, look, if you can't make a decision yourself, then there's no point joining. And I think when Erwin was up there and he was giving a speech and he was like, look, this is the blatant truth, you'll be joining us on that expedition in a month's time. 30% will probably die there over the course of the next 4 years. Most of you will be dead, but the ones that don't will, you know, you'll become superior soldiers and whatnot. He basically just said it right up front. Look, if this sounds scary to you, then just there's no point. Because I think he understands that, you know what I mean. Like, it takes the people who have the mentality, who have like the strength to stay, even though they're hearing all of this bad stuff. That's the kind of attitude and mental, you know, prowess that you actually need in order to, you know, survive. Because if you don't, then you'll probably just end up being Titan food within like no time at all. You know what I mean? So yeah, I think it was right for Erwin to do that. I didn't expect Krista to join the survey call. That was because here's the thing. I haven't I haven't got much from her or the other one. I don't even know her name. The two that are like together, there's like two girls. Obviously one of them's Krista, the other one I can't remember her name. But them two, like, we haven't got a lot of those. The other one does seem a bit more confident, a bit more, you know what I mean. Her personality isn't as sheltered. She's a bit more like, you know, she says what she thinks and things like that. So I felt like, yeah, she'd probably go. But Krista, I didn't know what she was really expecting, because she seems like a sweetheart, you know. like the survey call just almost doesn't seem like a place for her really. But I mean, I'm hoping we'll get some, like, you know, some story on her as the reason why she's doing it. But yeah. So Eren will be situated in the safest position. Because he's supposed to be the secret to humanity's victory, right? So I guess, you know, you got to keep him safe. Even though, like, out of everyone there, he'll be like the most, you know, the Titan will keep him safe. His Titan will keep him safe. So out of everyone, he's probably the safest regardless of where he is, really, but we'll have to see how that plays out. Because they're sort of like in a... If I was reading like the positions right, it looked like it was like a... I don't even know, like a half, like a semicircle, right? Like this, almost. And he was like situated like in the center, but down a bit. So he's not on any of the, he's not on the right at the back, because obviously I guess things can come up from behind, things can come up from anywhere around the side. Obviously being in the middle will be like the safest place, but he's at the back. I guess because like there's going to be less Titans coming from behind, right? So yeah, it's probably yeah, it probably is the safest. I'm just wondering, yeah. Jean was almost fourth wall breaking there. Like you said, not everyone gets a dramatic death, and it's like, well, because that rings true to like us watching it as well. It's like all of a sudden he's dead, and it's like, what? He just turns up dead, and it's like, oh my god, you know what I mean? And it's almost like sad that that's what he gets. Like that's almost like his purpose. That was his purpose to like for this show, was that. Although, and I guess like, you know, giving Jean like the, you know, the giving Jean somebody to support him, because up until that, like, you know, nobody else has really supported him, but Marco did. So yeah, I guess it's that as well. Yeah. All right, that's episode 16. Episode 17, we're gonna get into this. Again, I don't know if this is still this practice one that they were talking about, or this is the actual mission. But either way, I don't know, because it said the night before the counter attack, right? So they're attacking something, even if it is practice. It doesn't matter because I can't even look at the next title anyway. All right. Anyway, yeah, we'll get on to episode 17. Alright, so until next time, I shall see you all later. Bye-bye.